So let's start off this video with a very strange question. What do all of these have in common? The lyrics from Nirvana, quantum mechanics, consciousness, and truly intelligent systems. They're all far too complex for the thinking mind. So here in the West, we really put the thinking mind on top of some pedestal as if it's the pinnacle of intelligence. And the way I've talked about the thinking mind, that's absolutely not true. The thinking mind has a few limitations. Well, and they're pretty big ones. First, the thinking mind can only think one thought at a time. But the second is kind of tricky because it's so socialized that it's hard for us to appreciate that anything else could be intelligent. And that's the thinking mind's obsession with problem solving and control. And these are two, they're really the same thing. Because anytime, of course, the thinking mind conceives of something as a problem, of course, it's going to try to control it in order to, quote, fix it. And so you can see this happening with things like the virus. You've got a bunch of brilliant thinking minds dealing with one variable at a time, but nature, so these truly intelligent systems like nature, they do almost an infinite, perhaps an infinite number of variables all simultaneously, and they're not limited by the thinking mind, so they can do it all at once, and it all becomes kind of a happening. And so when we think of the universe or nature or even the body that you're experiencing right now, it's a truly intelligent system. And what I mean by that is you've got 87 billion brain cells, and they're all harmoniously doing things perfect right now. You're digesting, your heart's beating, you've got your body temperature. There's, again, a long list of things it takes to keep your body alive, a living being. And the thinking mind can only handle one of them at a time. And so if the universe were simple enough for the thinking mind to understand, it would be a terribly boring place. And so when we get into these truly intelligent systems, that's the way we really understand the thinking mind, because it's so limited that it shows us that there are other forms of intelligence. So if I might suggest, if you haven't checked out the documentary or the book Fantastic Fungi, I strongly suggest you check it out, because it talks about nature, it talks about fungi, it talks about plants, and how they're capable of doing hundreds of things all simultaneously, and they don't even have brains. And so they're not thinking about any of it. But that doesn't mean they're not intelligent. In fact, the very opposite may be the case. They're the true examples of intelligence, and the thinking mind only thinks it's intelligent.